Hello everyone, welcome to Aptitude Made Simple. Today we are going to learn word problems. So when we say word problem, it is not specifically related to any single topic in the aptitude or maths. It's across all the topics we need to solve the word problems. Now this is the roadmap for understanding and solving the word problems. We'll see what are word problems. Then we will see why solving word problem is difficult than usual problem. Like if you would have observed across most of the students, solving normal problem is easy, but when it comes for a word problem, we face challenge to solve it. Then we'll see how we can overcome that challenge of solving the word problems. After that, we will try to write equations for simple problem statements. And once we are comfortable for writing the equations for simple problem statement, we will write the equations for actual questions. So let's get started with this. Let's see what are word problems. So if you look at the first thing, 20 plus 30. So 20 plus 30 is how much? You straightforward add it, you get the answer as 50. This is what we call it as our normal problem. This is not a word problem. You don't have any word specified over here. Let's look at the respective word problem for it. So there are 20 boys and 30 girls in the school. How many students are there in the school? So whatever problem we did here, 20 plus 30 is equal to 50. For the same problem, we have just written the word problem for it. Let's look at a couple of more questions like this. 20 into 5. So we know that 25 are we get 100. So for the same thing, word problem will be like one chocolate costs you 20 rupees. So what is the price of 5 chocolates? Let's look at one more problem like this. 60 plus 40 minus 50. So 60 plus 40 will become 100. 100 minus 50 will become 50. Now let's try to see the word problem for this, respective word problem for this. So there are 60 students in the class. There are 40 students who took the new admission to the school. So initially there were 60 students, then 40 students took the admission. After final exams, 50 students left the school. Now, how many number of students are there in the class now? So this is the respective word problem for it. Now, if you would have observed that solving the first thing would be easier for you, but solving the second thing might be a bit difficult for you. So that is the thing which we are going to see next. Why solving word problem is difficult than usual problem. So let's go for our first example. So here if you see, when you see 20 plus 30, you have the numbers written over there and plus is written over there. So that is nothing but we can say it as an operation. The operation is addition. The operation is also given to you. So 20 plus 30, we have two numbers. We just need to add them and write the answer. It's very straightforward. We don't need to think too much for solving this kind of question. But now when it comes to say this word problem of same question, for same question, when we look at the word problem, they mentioned that there are 20 boys, 30 girls in the school. So how many students are there in the school? So first of all, we should be able to identify which are the numbers given. So let's say 20 and 30 is given. So once we identify that, what operation we are supposed to do? It can be addition, it can be subtraction, it can be multiplication, or it can be division also. So now it will be challenging for us. First of all, we should find the operation and then do the respective operation. So this is the difference what we have in our normal problem versus our word problem. Let's look at the next question. 20 into 5, straightforward, we have two numbers. They have given us, we need to do multiplication. We got the answer 100. Now, one chocolate cost us 20 rupees. What is the price of 5 chocolates? So first of all, we should be able to understand this problem statement, what they have given. Based on that, we will see what operation we are supposed to do. And then we will write it 20 into 5 and then we will get the answer, that 100. Let's look at the next question. Here it is more challenging as compared to earlier two. The reason for this is like here you have multiple operation. Like here is we have addition, here you have subtraction also. 60 plus 40 minus 50. So here 60 plus 40 is 100, 100 minus 50 is 50. Now, if you look at this question, there are 60 students in the class, 40 students took the admission to the school. After final exam, 50 left the school. So how many students are there in the class now? So you have the numbers given like 60, 40, 50, all these three numbers you have here in your question. But now, what operation you are supposed to do? So in the earlier example, it was addition, then here it was multiplication. So even though you do it 30 plus 20 or 20 plus 30, you will get the same answer. Similarly, 20 into 5 or 5 into 20, you will get the same answer. But now here, the order or the sequence of operation, that will also matter. Like 60 plus 40 will become 100, 100 minus 50 is 50. So by chance, if someone do like 50 plus 60, you will get 110, and you do minus 40, then you will get 70. So you should be able to understand what problem statement they have given. Based on that, what are the different operation you are supposed to do, and what is the sequence of doing it. So once you understand that sequence, you should be able to write the equation and then solve it. So these are the major changes or major challenges that we see when we solve word problem as compared to a normal problem. So let's just note it down. So first of all, you should know what is the operation you are supposed to do, which operation you are supposed to do. Then you should know the sequence of operations. So even though it's addition, subtraction, first you have to do addition and then subtraction, or you have to do subtraction and then addition. And among which number, that also you should be able to understand. And then you should be able to write equation for it. So once you know this, which is the operation you are supposed to do, what is the sequence of operation, then you should be able to write the equation for that. And once we write the equation, we can solve our question very easily. So let's see, these are the three major challenges what we have when we solve any of the word problem. So how we can overcome this challenge? So basically, if you look at in your day-to-day life, you come across a lot of scenarios like you go to shopkeeper, you purchase chocolate. So let's say one chocolate cost you 50 rupees and you are supposed to buy 5 chocolates. So in such cases, what you should be able to do, you should be able to convert this statement into equation. So basically, you should be able to do 50 into 5. Once you are able to do this, like you are capable of understanding this thing, the problem solving of word problem solving will be much easier. Let's say you have 100 rupees with you. You have given 20 rupees to your friend. 20 rupees you give to your friend. Now, how much money you have? So you should be able to convert this statement into equation like initially you had 100 rupees. Now you have given 20 rupees. So 100 minus 20. Now you have 80 rupees. So whatever day-to-day life thing we see or whatever questions you see, all the time you try to convert it into equation form. Once you convert it into equation form, your 80% of the problem is solved. You just solve the next things and you will get the final answer. So try to practice as much as question you can so that you will get the better understanding of converting problem statement into equation. So we are going to do some practice for that. So initially, let's do some simple problem statement or some sentences that we try to convert it into equation. And once we are comfortable with that, we will look at the actual questions and we'll convert them into equation. So for all this such problem at initial level, we are assuming x as our original number. So you can take any number, any alphabet you want, A, B, C, anything which digit, which alphabet you like, anything you can take. It's not required that you need to take x all the time, but most of the time in algebra or solving the maths, whatever is unknown, we consider it as a x. So that's why x we are using over here. So now let's read one by one sentence and let's try to convert it into equation. So 20 added to the number. So my original number is x. I want to add 20 in this number. So I can say it's x plus 20. Let's go to next sentence. 10 subtracted from a number. So my number is x and I want to subtract 10 from it. So x minus 10. 10 is subtracted from a number. This is my original number. I subtracted 10 from it. Now let's look at the next sentence. Number increased by 20. So it was X originally. It is increased by 20. So if you look at the C and A, both are doing the same thing, like 20 added to the number and number increased by 20. Both the things we get the same equation, X plus 20, X plus 20. Let's look at the fourth one. Number subtracted from 10. So if you look at this, 10 subtracted from a number. So when we see 10 subtracted from a number, X is bigger, and from that we are subtracting 10. Now what is happening? Number subtracted from 10. So if we are subtracting X from 10, so here 10 will be bigger and we are subtracting X from it, the number subtracted from 10. So you can see the different number subtracted from 10, that means 10 minus X. And when you say 10 subtracted from number, that becomes X minus 10. Whenever you get subtraction or division, if your sequence is interchange, it is definitely going to change your answer. So be careful while converting this statement into equation. Now let's see the next one. A number is multiplied by 12. So X into 12. Once you do X into 12, you will get it as a 12X. Square of a number. So assume that X is a number. So you know that square of a number is you multiply the number by itself. You can just say it as a X to the power 2. X square. Next, 3 consecutive natural number. So when we say consecutive, that means immediate, like 1, 2, 3. After 1, what is the next natural number? 2. After 2, what is the next natural number? 3. So this we say it as a consecutive. That is like immediate. So let's assume that the value of X is 1. Like instead of 1, let's put X. So how we will get the next natural number? How much you add in 1, you get 2. We add 1. So X plus 1, we get the 2, the next natural number. And how you will get the next natural number of 2? That is 3. So in the 1, if you add 2, 1 plus 2 will become 3. So in this case, whenever someone asks you 3 consecutive natural number, you have to consider that it's as X first natural number, X plus 1 second natural number, and X plus 2 as a third natural number. Let's look at the 4 consecutive odd numbers. So when we say odd number, any number which ends with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, that is called as odd number. So let's take 1 as a first odd number. So how much you add in 1 so that you get the next odd number? Consecutive means immediate. So after 1, what is the next odd number? 3. So X plus 2 become 3. In 1, how much you add so that you get 4, 5? X plus 4. How much you add in 1 so that you get 7? 6. X plus 6. So if someone asks you 4 consecutive odd numbers, you will get the answer as X, X plus 2, X plus 4, X plus 6. Now let's write down the equations for actual questions. So initially we have seen the normal questions, normal problem statement. Now we are going to do actual question. Sum of two number is 50. So let's assume first number as X, second number as Y. So we can write it as a X plus Y is equal to 50. So you can take any random variable. You can take AB also. You can take PQ also. X plus Y is 50. Product of two number is 100. So you take X as first number, Y as second number. You get X into Y is equal to 100. The number is multiplied by 2 and 20 added to it. So let's take our original number as X. So if you multiply any number that X by 2, you'll get 2X. And now we are going to add 20 to it. So 2X plus 20. Let's look at one more. Monica is 10 years older than Deepika. So let's assume Monica's age is M, Deepika's age is D. So when we see Monica is 10 years older, so whose age is more? Monica's age is more. So we can say that Monica is equal to D plus 10. Because Deepika plus 10, that will be Monica's age. Let's look at a couple of more problems. Sum of the ages of Anil and Sunil is 80 years. So let's assume that Anil's age is A, Sunil's age is S. A plus S equal to 80. So we are just trying to convert the question into equation. Once you are able to do that, most of the topic like problem on number, problem on ages, many other topic where you need conversion of problem statement into equation. 1/5 of a number is 20. So let's assume that our original number is x. So how you do 1/5 of a number? X into 1 by 5. And x into 1 by 5 is equal to 20. So if you multiply x into x, x into 1 will become x upon 5 is equal to 20. So you try to gather as many sentences you can get, or in day-to-day life, whatever things you do, you try to convert everything into equation. Once you are able to do it comfortably in equation, solving the next problem is very much easier. Thank you.